History incorporating history, biography, myth and politics. Number 1. On May the 28th of which year did 130 ships and 30,000 men, Tony Walmsley, under the command of the Duke of Medina Sidonia, begin to set sail from the Tagus estuary, heading for the English Channel as the Spanish Armada? Tony Walmsley, you are in the lead for the second time today. Perhaps. Number 2. What name was shared by the 23rd Vice President of the United States, who served under Grover Cleveland during the 1890s, and his grandson, who was the 31st Governor of Simon Chilton?
Adlai Stevenson.
Oh yes, I thought Michael McPartland might have been there. Good answer. Governor of Illinois from 49 to 53 and received the Democratic Party's nomination for the US presidency. Simon, that's a great 2 points. But Simon's our history man, isn't he really? Next one is this. Who was the author of a 95-page pamphlet called Observations on Certain Documents, later known as the Reynolds pamphlet? A 95-page rebuttal in which he denied all charges of Chris Curtis,
Alexander Hamilton,
of corruption and admission. Lord, I've got to say no to this.
Just go back into the background.
But God, she looked so helpless.
I haven't even seen the damn musical.
Next one is this. You know, Chris, that revision is wrong, don't you?
There's no revision required.
Operation Torch was the code name for Mark Lacock.
Northern Africa.
Yeah, North Africa is fantastic. 4 people on 1 point each. I like the way these questions are being spread about today. Well done, Stephen. Please tell me, without knocking the camera over, name the Roman politician and general of the mid-1st century who began the Roman conquest of Britain in 43, and Simon Chilton.
Claudius.
I'm afraid that's -1. You knew it was -1 from a long way out, didn't you? So more -1s coming up. Michael.
Probably. Agrippa.
-1.
That's what I was going to say.
Were you going to say? Well, say something else.
Say something else. Tacitus.
No. General of the mid-1st century who began the Roman conquest of Britain in 43 and became the first governor of the new province, serving from 43 to 46. Mac Lecoq.
Biggest dickers.
Vince O'Connor.
Aurelius.
No. Sam?
Suetonius.
No. His name was Plautius.
Aulus Plautius. Yeah.
Aulus Plautius. I'm glad you're here. Aulus Plautius, man.
I didn't know it was Newcastle.
Have I given anybody points then? No, I haven't. Do you know why? Because nobody scored. 2 to Charlie. Please tell me. Equidistant. This is yours. Lee, you might be on this. Equidistant to Turin, Minsk and London. What did General Karl Wiedling surrender on the 2nd of May 1945? Open. Simon Chilton.
Berlin.
Berlin is correct.
As obvious as that.
As obvious as that. Please tell me when I've reset. Bubba, the Comeback Kid, the Big Dog, the First Black President and Slick Willie were all Mark Lecoq.
Obama?
No. Michael?
They're just nicknames of presidents of the USA.
I'm going to neg you both on that, Mark Lecoq and Michael.
Never going to live that.
And Steve Lacey?
Clinton.
Yes. Slick Willie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The first black president, all names given to which American president? He was called the first, that was one of his nicknames. So, nothing gives me greater pleasure than giving 2 points to Steve Lacey, apart from taking one off Michael McPartland and Matt Lecoq. Please tell me. Ludwig I, Maximilian II, Michael.
Bavaria?
Ludwig II, Otto and Ludwig III, and they were all mad as a box of frogs, were the 5 rules of what kingdom between 1805 and 1918? Michael, that makes up a little bit for your American presidents. 2 American presidential questions dropped today. Not good form, I'm afraid. Not good form for you. You carry on. The Queen Consort of which monarch is credited with introducing the British to tea drinking, which was of Tony Walmsley?
Charles II.
Oh, what a fantastic answer, yes. The British tea, which was at the time widespread amongst the Portuguese nobility, i.e. who married Catherine of Braganza? And you knew the whole question before I got a quarter of the way through it.
Catherine Braganza introduced.
Yeah, great stuff. Love it. Why should something like that make me happy? Because nothing else does. How, as Charles, I'm going to miss the name out because it's the name I'm looking at. How was Charles de Beaumont, 5th of October 1728 to 21st of May 1810, usually known? A French diplomat and spy who, from 1777, dressed and identified as a woman. Matt Lecoq?
Madame Bovary?
No. Chris Curtis?
George Sand.
No, his name was Chevalier d'Eon. Chevalier d'Eon.
Yeah.
Has anybody heard of that?
Yeah, I've heard of it,
I
yeah.
think they're one of the Assassin's
Heard
Creed
of it, I'll
games.
never
but
get it.
I'm never going to get in.
Assassin's Creed, is that another of your sources
That's
for
a history.
researching history? Up Pompeii, Assassin's Creed, and 1066 and all
Crocodile
that.
Dundee.
Horrible history. Hey, if it works, if the ship fits, wear it. Okay, so nobody got any points there apart from Charlie. Here's your next one. In the style of William G. Stewart, God rest his soul. French highwaymen. Executed on 21st of July 1670 at Tyburn, who, unlike most other highwaymen, is reputed to distinguish himself with rather gentlemanly behaviour and fashionable clothes, though no evidence exists to prove this. His name was, I'll tell you, Tony Walmsley.
Claude Duval.
It is Claude Duval. Tony Walmsley will tell you. Claude Duval. Am I the only person who's not heard of him? Claude Duval?
Never heard of
I've
it.
heard of it.
I was going to say, as soon as you said French
Didn't have a
highwayman.
name,
but-
Well, yeah, this is why I started it that way. I wanted an early press for
Raoul Nevison, the Bishop of Ravel, were all famous. I remember.
the old French highwaymen. I said French highwaymen, not
I
famous.
said, well, famous Aaron.
Mr. Lecoq. Tony Walmsley. Sorry, I'm delighted giving you the points there. You're on 5 and you are in the lead. With a sketchy and contradictory...
Reset.
With a sketchy...
Whoa.
With a sketchy and contradictory history, who was the Anglo-Saxon nobleman and leader of local resistance to the Norman conquest? Ashton Davis.
Nearly, was it? Harrow with the weight.
Which one were you going for before I said Ely? I had a feeling for the second time. Mind you failed on the last one, didn't you, Ashton? St. Audrey.
What?
Tawdry.
Tawdry, yeah.
I mentioned the Isle of Ely there. Alluding to a speech in Shakespeare's Henry V and triggered by Winston Churchill, what name was given to those RAF airmen? Ashton Davis.
Band of Brothers?
I'm afraid not, although you're in the right parish, Michael.
A few?
The few is correct. Phew!
Cheers.
Ashton, unlucky, mate,
Yeah.
really. But
Trying to be bolder.
name the 1919 peace treaty between the Allies and Germany that concluded the Great War. You were so long on that.
Versailles.
Yes, that is correct. As easy as that.
If you ask many people like that, they'll think it's a trick. That's
Yeah,
why nobody goes
but you're on the back foot as well, aren't you? So let's continue. We've got 6 more to go on this round. Keep your eyes on those little red flashing lights. Reset is done, and good luck everybody, especially Sam Roberts. Not for any other reason, but it's about time you got one, mate. Let's go. Destroyed by fire in 1698, in which London palace, built by Henry VIII? Come on, Sam. Oh, the kiss of kissers. Yes, there you go. Too brute.
I was just so surprised with a compliment or a bit of support from you. First time in years.
I'd actually go for decades on that. You know, years
I
might
was
be
old as
good.
shit.
Good luck, everybody. Sam, my oldest member.
Oh, God. You've only got 2 weeks. Really bad, is it?
Snah. 17. Which saint was paraphrased by Margaret Thatcher on becoming Chris Curtis.
Francis of Assisi.
Yeah, continue the question while I do this, will you?
Don't be Chris.
No.
It's quite a real times.
Okay, we'll let Vince do it. Yeah. Where there is doubt, blah, 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 blah. A saint born in and most associated with the Italian town of Assisi. According to The Economist, whose halo has even slipped amongst foreign human rights lobbyists? Disappointed, Ashton Davis.
Aung San Suu Kyi.
Disappointed at her failure to make a clear stand on behalf of the Rohingya minority. I'm sure that Ashton will have done projects at school on how great she was 5, 6, 7 years ago. So, Ashton, 2 points for you. A much needed 2 points. 19. In which country did President Juan Manuel Santos announce Steve Rhodes?
Colombia.
A few other people knew that as well. Steve Lacey, Michael, Ashton Davis, Tony Walmsley, all hot on your heels. Last question on history with Chris Curtis in the lead on 6 only. So Tony Walmsley, you could catch him, and nobody else can catch you, Chris. So. For what was Giovanni Pueligi de Palestrina, born around 1525, lived till 1594, famous? Mark Lecoq.
The architect of St Peter's. In
Lee Warburton.
Sculpture.
Chris Curtis.
He was a murderer.
Vince.
Horse trading.
Ashton.
Astronomy.
Steve Rhodes.
Bailing man.
Michael.
Expert fencer.
What, like
Swordsman.
You invented barbed wire.
Simon Chilton.
Invented the flushing toilet.
Tony Walmsley.
He was a bullfighter.
No, he was a composer, but I couldn't put that question in the music round. He was a composer, but one of the less well known. So give Chris a... Hooray! History gone.
Thursday.
Moving right along with part 4, or tilt number 4, it's visual, incorporating film, TV and theatre. Good luck everybody. Are we all on green lights?
Yes, we can.
The Wikipedia entry for which film describes it as an award-winning 1989 British romantic comedy drama film? Mark Lecoq.
Forwardings in a funeral.
I'm afraid it wasn't. Oh, we're going to get a few people going in on Sam Roberts.
Crystal Wonder.
No.
Close one, yeah.
A 1989 British romantic comedy drama film directed by Lewis Gilbert. The screenplay by Willie Russell. Tony Walmsley.
Educated Rita.
Educated wrong, I'm afraid. Sorry.
Yeah.
89 is way too late. I'm amazed.
I know what it is now. Yes, the other one, isn't it?
We've still got mention. Steve Lacey.
No, I was going to say so.
Steve Lacey. Ashton Davis.
Yeah.
And then the tall guy.
Michael.
Shirley Valentine.
It is Shirley Valentine.
Yeah.
Didn't think that was going to come my way, that.
Yeah.
Getting house thing wrong in the bloody years.
In which Ben Elton series did Rowan Atkinson play Raymond Ashton Davis?
In Blue Line.
Raymond Fowler.
I had no idea, I was just guessing.
Oh, sorry, it's a police thing.
LightSpeed Biggles and miniature models, I believe. Who won the Oscar for Best Director for his 1987 film? It was the first... Oh, Tony Walmsley.
Pesciolucci.
Yeah, I hate the way to say it. The first Western feature film, not a Western, but made in the West feature film, to feature the Forbidden City. Tony, get on with it, Steve. Mrs. Scrubbit, Willie and Tony Walmsley.
Itmar.
Pardon?
Itmar. No.
Steve Lacey.
Wooden Tops.
Yep.
Yeah. I knew I knew the names of Scrubbit.
Sorry, Steve, I've just... Steve Rhodes, why have you got to...
You put on Steve Rhodes.
Yeah,
so
that's-
Steve Lacey.
That's better. Willie and Jenny were characters from which children's TV series? Simple as that. Created by...
Sorry. I was just answering again.
Which Ronnie Corbett series? No.
Oh, come on, guys.
Not many.
You should minus them all. For
Next. Created by Chuck Jones in 1949, who employs an arsenal of traps and weapons, including Mark Lecoq,
Wile E. Coyote.
including triple strength fortified leg muscle vitamins, dehydrated boulders, capital stuff, and anvils, all manufactured by
Acme.
Mark Lecoq. Ethel and Edna Rosenblatt morph into Ozone and Nuke. Beirut, the Mad Bomber. Fortune Cookie. Vicky the Viking. Junk Chain. Machu Picchu. Britannica. She-Wolf. The Welfare Queen. Liberty Bell, played by Betty Gill. Tony?
Law.
You've got a wrestling question, right? And Zoya the Destroyer, played by Alison Brie, on the awesome, into its second season, well worth watching. Glow. Beautiful programme. Shameless it is, shameless. Tony, I'm so glad that you got that.
No Tina Moretti.
You're not whinging now about a wrestling question, are you?
No, not at all.
It's a TV question. Isn't it?
That Mick McManus, fine.
Name the 2013 film where Tom Hanks plays the titular commander of a container. Chris Curtis.
Captain Phillips.
Saving Mr. Banks. Yes, Captain Phillips is correct. A container ship attacked by Somali pirates. Despite being widely recognised as the unofficial mascot of the Walt Disney Corporation, who was struck off the list of Disney princesses early in the franchise? Simon Chilton.
Cinderella.
Mark Lecoq.
Minnie Mouse.
No, that's a better guess than Cinderella. She's a kind of cool princess of princesses. Chris Curtis.
Tinkerbell.
Tink. Of course it's Tink, yeah.
Yeah.
Unofficial mascot, of course.
You know what I'm talking about here.
Yeah.
Tink's awesome as well. Next one. Yeah. What were Hanna-Barbera's Christian... Tony Walmsley.
Joseph and William.
How many years separate Joseph and Ralph Fiennes? Likewise, Mycroft and Sherlock Holmes. Likewise, hours between GMT and US Mountain Times. And Michael.
7.
Likewise, road films made by Bing Crosby, etc. 7. A very, very brave press, because how do you even go in that for that with such confidence?
Because it's 7 hours between GMT and MSC.
Yeah. Been to Las Vegas, haven't you, a few times? So. Michael, you get that. Brilliant. Very pleasurable answer. Next one. What sport is central to the movies The Pride of St. Louis, 1952? Whoa, Steve Lacey.
Baseball?
Yes. And there were 6 other people pressed in there, all within half a second.
Yeah.
Steve Lacey.
I didn't press because I didn't get to the end.
Other films, The Life and Times of Hank Greenberg and Field of Dreams, 1989. Brilliant Field of Dreams. Screw you, John Stitcher.
It was a great film.
I don't know how you dare even put that in a quiz. Next one is this. Full name required. So, Christian name and surname, please. What was the most famous alias adopted by Jimmy McGill? A character first. Mark Lecoq.
Saul Goodman.
Played by the awesome Bob Odenkirk in Better Call Saul.
Into its 4th series.
And
it's getting better.
Is it better than Breaking Bad? I think so. I love it. Next, Saul Goodman is correct. Mark Lecoq. There you go, 2 points. Better Call Saul is what we're thinking about for those of you who have not had the pleasure of watching it. In which American state are the TV programmes Men in Trees, Deadliest Catch, Steve Rhodes,
Alaska.
Ice Road Truckers and Northern Exposure all set. Deadliest Catch comes up again. We did it in practice quiz before. Steve Rhodes, welcome to the visual quiz. What was the sequel to Walking with Dinosaurs? Mark Lecoq.
Running with Dinosaurs.
Michael.
Talking with dinosaurs.
Simon Chilton.
Dining with Walker sauce.
That's one for you, Dave, Bill. Lee Warburton.
Walking with Dinosaurs revisited.
Tony Walmsley.
Eating with Dinosaurs.
It's Ashton Davis.
Swimming with dinosaurs.
Tony Walmsley.
He's had it.
Steve Lacey.
Living with.
Vince O'Connor.
There's probably nothing to do with dinosaurs.
God knows new kid.
Walking with Beasts.
Yeah. I thought maybe
Walking with
so.
He was
Beasts.
going to be at home with the dinosaurs.
Walking with Brock Lesnar and Mark Lawrence.
Okay. Tony Walmsley. Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go. Who had a brief affair? Who had a brief affair with his co-star Madonna and played the title role, Mark Lecoq?
Richard Gere.
-1.
Ouch.
Got to hurt. Chris Curtis.
Warren Beatty.
He's correct.
Oh, I've got it wrong with
Hey,
Well, Dick
that's,
Tracy.
What a dick. Yeah.
that's going to be useful for you because you are currently in second place in front of Michael. You are now in first place. Well, you're joint first place with Michael, I believe. Please tell me, after a reset. Right. What books and children's TV programme might link the singer of It's All in the Game with the author of The Ambassadors? Tony, I've not finished.
You said name, so
What?
Edwards.
No, -1. Sorry, I've not finished the question. I'm going to start from the beginning. What books and children's TV programme might link the singer of It's All in the Game with the author of The Ambassadors? Their names being respectively 1, 2, 4 and Ashton Davis.
What's the tanking to?
Yes, Tommy Edwards and Henry James. Sam, I thought you'd have been all over that
Well, I
one.
didn't know the first bit.
Yeah, well, he gave us it, Tommy Edwards. The next one is this. So Ashton, I hope you're pleased with that one, and I'm pleased with it. Nobody else seems to be. Reset. Which supermarket, first seen in 1989, employed Michael?
Better Buys?
Reg Holdsworth, Curly Watson, Andy McDonald as part of management, had among staff Vera Duckworth, Ivy Brennan and Maureen Holdsworth. And I believe that Raquel was Miss Better Buys in one time. Michael, I'll give you 2 points as well. A little present puts you back in front again on the overall. Which fictional character volunteered to enlist in 1914 but was rejected with poor eyesight? Mark Lecoq.
Steve Rogers.
I'm afraid no.
1914.
I can see where you're coming from. But was rejected with poor eyesight. But he served in the Army of Occupation in France during the whole of 1919. Simon Chilton.
Captain Mainwaring.
Yeah, somebody had to clear up the mess. Played more recently on film by Toby Jones, etc., etc., etc. Close with Steve Rogers. Very similar character.
Several years out.
One global conflict out.
What's your name, Simon Chilton? There you are. Reset.
That's him ranker.
John Ryan successfully sued both the Sunday Correspondent and the Guardian newspapers in 1991 for printing that the characters Master Bates, Seaman Staines and Mark Lecoq
Captain Pugwash.
and Roger the Cabin Boy were all parts of which of his creation stories. Complete and utter hogwash that story is.
Some people have never seen Captain.
Which actor had a degree in psychology, a crook left index finger, and was Jennifer Aniston's godfather? And Michael,
Telly Savalas.
this is so yesterday, and finished 21st in the 1992 World Series of Poker.
Really didn't
Stage but 2. Give Michael a little round of applause for getting his nose in front there.
Celebrity
Moving.
gossip question.